Sometimes what didn't work out for you now will really work out for you in the end. You might be thinking right now, like, who is this girl? She doesn't know anything about my life. She doesn't know anything about myself. She doesn't know anything about my problems. Why is she saying that my problems were supposed to happen for me? That it'll all work out in the end? Look, I need you to trust me that everything really does work out in the end. And I know that sounds like such an empty statement, but just hear me out. This is gonna sound so silly, but I know we've all been there. From middle school all the way to mid-high school, like I low-key had a crush on this guy for a really long time. And you know what's fine, like everyone has crushes, I don't really care, until he starts showing me some interest junior year. And so I'm like, guys, I've low-key been plotting on that. Long story short, it did not work out. Apparently, the entire time he was talking to two different girls at once and ended up choosing the other girl. And I kept telling myself, like, oh, why me? Why does this have to happen to me? And I would not have much faith in the process. I was so confused because I thought everything was finally turning out my way. Life was good until it hit me like a brick. And I kept thinking, what's wrong with me? Why did this have to happen to me? I thought that this was such a burden, that I was so hurt, and honestly, I was genuinely upset for a couple of days. Low-key weeks. Anyways, months later, I ended up getting over it. Wasn't that big of a deal. Honestly, that was a big turn off for me. So the whole crush thing, yeah, that's ended. Finally over it. I don't care, whatever. Until I found out that they broke up. So I was like, ooh. And the plot twist is that that guy was the one who was getting broken up with. Bravo to the girl, because apparently he was acting super emotionally unavailable, super nonchalant, pretending to not care about her. Ew, disgusting, gross. And I would not know how to break up with him. I was just like, ugh, that's so scary. I could not handle that BS. That would hurt me so badly. Being in a relationship with someone who truly doesn't care about you, oh, that's terrifying. And now I'm thinking to myself, like, wow, that was really a blessing in disguise. Because let's say he did pick me. Let's say I was the one getting into a relationship. I could not deal with that. I'm sorry, I can't do that. So yes, I was hurting because he picked another girl, but I would have hurt way more if I was the one in that relationship. If I was the one not being cared about or not being appreciated, that would actually destroy me. That sounds horrible. What initially didn't work out for me really worked out for me in the end. I dodged a bullet, guys. I know that sounds super silly, like, oh, what does this have to do with boys? What does my problems have to do with boys? I'm just using an easy to comprehend example, but this literally relates to anything in your life. I used to be pretty social in high school and middle school, and then bam, someone spreads a fat rumor about me. I get unfriended, I get blocked, I get people ghosting me. I went from having like 300 friends to having 3, and I became extremely depressed, okay? I became a little bit of a sad girl. And you know what? As I should. I just went from 300 friends to 3. You would be sad too. But now that I look back on it, those 297 friends really weren't real friends in general. If they could leave that quickly after one rumor without even consulting me or asking about my side, that's a blessing in disguise. That just weeded out all the weirdos, all the fakies, and now I have 3 real friends.